Yeah, Great Expectations Realty. You guys, listen, there's only a last couple of days. I think there's 3 days left on their potato
Get your
gram.
tato.
The best idea for Valentine's Day is get a Hastings potato. They'll write a fun Valentine's Day message on there for you, and they'll deliver it for you. So go to Hastings Main Street and get all the information there. Sonnies, we've been talking about this interview, food, wine, culture, and opportunity. The St. Augustine Spanish Food and Wine Festival, Mel. This has
But
your name on it.
If there's food,
Yes.
I'm there because I mean, I might have a problem with food.
It's okay. It's a beautiful problem.
As long
to
as they have a bunch of appetizers to choose from, I'll take it all.
So this is produced by Flagler College. This festival gives future hospitality professionals the rare chance to step out of the classroom and into real leadership roles. And the best part, when you attend, you're investing directly into student success. We love stories like this. We love events like this. Let's get into it. Gentlemen, welcome to Sunny TV.
Thank you for having us. I'm really excited to be here.
So, Dave, can you introduce yourself to the Sunnies and what you're a part of Flagler College, if I'm saying that correct?
Yes, I am. So, formal introduction. I'm Dr. Dave Rivera Jr. I am the director and chair of Hospitality and Tourism Management and the Department of Applied Management within the School of Business at Flagler College.
That's fantastic. Have you always aspired to have this position, or is this something that organically came about?
No. So I've been in education a little over 20 years now.
Cool.
And my original dream was actually to be the CEO of Disney.
Oh,
So I was when I was an undergrad. Yeah, when I was an undergrad in business school at the University of South Carolina, my goal was to be the CEO of Disney. Different things happen along, right? You never know where the journey is going to take you. Sometimes you just walk the path.
Yeah.
Ran into some really good people, great mentors at the University of South Carolina, and they said, you seem to have a knack for teaching and education and caring for people. You might want to look at this as a career route.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, here we are 20-something years later, and I'm a professor at Flagler College.
That's amazing. What a beautiful journey.
Thank you.
So, Mike, talk about your journey, too, with Flagler College. I believe, are you in the hospitality program?
Yeah, that's right. So, Mike Bolivar, I am a senior at Flagler, especially in the hospitality program, and it's been a wild ride, I'll tell you that much. So, I'm originally from Ecuador, and I moved to the U.S. when I was about 10 years old with my mom, and I've been all over the place here in the U.S., but I was living in Miami during my high school years.
Hey, that's it right there. I love it.
Well, I decided to take a break from the city. I wanted a nice, quiet town to spend my college years, and St. Augustine fit the bill. Specifically, one of the best hospitality programs in the southern United States.
Absolutely.
So
let's go U.S. Like, I'm serious. It's amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Flagler has been great at showcasing just why it is one of the best programs for hospitality. So I started my journey in 2023, and since then I've tried to be as involved as I can, but the program makes it very easy for us. It's really into experiential learning.
Yeah.
So we're always hands-on, not just in the classroom, but outside, and the festival is a big way that we get to showcase that as well.
Yeah, speaking of hands-on, I mean, this is really good because it gets you guys out of the classroom and really in the trenches of actual physical restaurants that we have in town. Can you talk a little bit about the backstory of the festival?
Yeah, so it actually, when it first started, it really didn't have anything to do with Flagler College. From my understanding, it developed, and they decided to incorporate it, and then over time, they wanted to do things on the campus of Flagler College to make it a nice partnership. Recently, it has been signed over pretty much to Flagler College, where we run all 3 days of the event.
Cool.
And when it first started, we were just involved in 1 day of the event. We are the main benefactor, where originally it started, they were kind of divvying out little pieces of the proceeds to different programs. And then they decided, it is a hospitality and tourism driven festival. What better way than to partner with Flagler College? What can we do to get the students involved? What can we do to have the faculty involved? And it's really grown into something that I didn't expect to see it grow into, right? When I got here in 2019, that was the first year that I was involved. So as soon as I got here, everybody was talking about it. And it was only one night that I was really involved. Our students did the Friday night event, the Kava dinner.
That's right, yeah.
And then now our students are involved in all 3 days. They're even so involved in it, they help plan, they facilitate, they break down. We have student leads, which we'll let Mike kind of get into a little bit because that's a big part of our program. Students take, I hate to say managerial roles, but they really do. They work with their peers, other students. They even help keep us as faculty on task, right, in their management roles. So it's just grown into something that, I'm trying to think of the best way I can put it. It's grown into something that's truly exhilarating to see because it gives students ownership of something.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say low stakes, but if they make a mistake, it's okay.
Yeah.
I almost want to say confidence, though, too. You know what I mean? Like the cadence of confidence in a kitchen. So, Mike, let's dive into this then. Then, student lead. I mean, you have this great leadership role. How has your journey with the festival evolved to now be a lead?
Yeah, absolutely. So it all started in a classroom because, of course, it has to start somewhere, right? Part of the way the program is structured, some classes such as our food and beverage management class, our events and marketing class, as well as our actual beverage appreciation classes, they're all intertwined as they all form part of the festival. That is where all the students come in and they get to work in the festival. So I was part of those students in one of those classes. But what I would say really gave me my opportunity, my quote unquote big break, to be in this position now is our newest initiative at Flagler HTM, which is the Flagler 54 initiative. And that's, I don't want to take too much time, but in
No,
brief.
please do. That's okay. Yeah, take the floor. This is awesome.
Good, good. Well, in brief, it is a year-long experiential learning professional development opportunity, which is a mouthful. But to break it down, we began our year by being sent to New York City. We work with one of our partners at 54 Below in Broadway.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
It's a very prestigious cabaret club, and we're all very grateful to have been there. So 4 of us in the program go through a selection process, and we get chosen to go. And we go to New York City to get a week of hands-on intensive training in the cabaret style setting.
Nice.
So, and it's not just that, it's also managerial training directly with the general manager, Mandisa Boxo, over at 54.
Nice.
And that's a really big part of it. Not only, of course, do we get to travel, but we get to learn hands-on from true hospitality professionals in one of New York's biggest stages.
Yeah.
The program goes beyond that, though. Of course, we come back home. Before our fabled Spanish Food and Wine Festival, we get a little practice run with one of Flagler's bigger events, which is Grateful and Cabaret, which is, as the name might imply, a cabaret-style event for our donors as well as the public. So we get to take the leadership on that and go through the planning process and also the execution of the event as leads not just to the students, but we also get to collaborate with the theater department, Flagler Special Events, and our catering team as well. So it's a big collaborative event.
This is incredible.
This is so much.
This is incredible. I mean,
my
you've got to
goodness.
be so proud of all of these students. Just really like, showing up and showing out and getting their dreams come true right before their eyes.
Yes, and the thing I'm most proud of, sometimes when you're a part of something, it's hard to let go of certain bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
right.
So when I first got to Flagler, it was just myself and Dr. Cole, who is my partner in crime, my brother at the HTM program, and we were basically doing everything from the faculty side, right? It was just him and I figuring everything out. We're on site all the time. The most proud moment is when people go, what time are you getting to the event? And setup starts at, let's say, 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock. And I go, well, the event starts at 7. I'll get there at 7. Because of the students lead like Mike, we also have Randy Gilio, we have Jessa Stebbins, and we have Kaden Mullins. Those are the 4 this year.
It's
we had
fantastic.
another great 4 last year. But it took effort to let go,
Yeah.
right? To not
Absolutely.
be there. And to really allow them to grow the way they need to grow, right? Which in turn has also allowed me to grow the way I need to grow. So this has actually been a mutually beneficial partnership and relationship, not just with everybody, but with the students.
Yeah,
because the
absolutely.
students have showed me if I want to grow, I have to be in an uncomfortable place as well, and I have to let go and let them do what they need to do. And then they do it so well.
I see this,
I mean, they do it
that like
so
Disney dream,
well.
though. I'm
Yeah.
seeing this in your
Yes.
breath
Yeah.
there. This
They
is
do it
cool
so well.
because you're
I-
so innovative on this whole idea, too. Was this something that you created or was this something that was like a group effort?
So I have to be honest. This was a brainchild that I just sat there and said, hey, what can we do to do something different, to differentiate ourselves? Because we are a smaller program. I went to school at University of South Carolina, a big program in hospitality and tourism. I also went to Texas Tech and taught there. I taught at East Carolina. These are
That's
big
where I went to
programs.
college.
Oh my God.
Are you a pirate? No
Yeah,
way.
I'm a pirate. I
Get out
cheered.
of Dodge.
I taught there for 13 years.
Are you kidding? 13's my lucky. There's 13 again. That's
Oh
my
my,
lucky number.
it's over. Now this is
I'm
the
a
best
I went
interview
to East
ever.
Carolina University. I
That's
cheered.
awesome that you're a pirate. And
That's
they're still near
hilarious.
and dear to my heart. I still have a lot of students I interact with. I was talking with one yesterday, and we were talking about the festival, and he goes,
My
"Man, I'm
sister
so
went there
excited."
too.
And he goes, just remember, once a pirate, always a pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arg.
That's one of the things. And what's cool is coming here, pirate life is so big in San
Oh, I
Augustine,
know.
right? So I was able to bring that
I know.
that feeling. I can't take full credit,
Yeah.
right? Because there is the Flagler family that was really supportive. This idea really generated with our president before Dr. Delaney,
Okay.
right? Dr. Joe Joyner.
That's right.
So there was a lot of conversations and things we were doing then. And I always knew when he had concerns when he called me David.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right, so it was-
Don't say my government name. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So he goes, well, David,
You're like, oh, crap.
he goes, I don't know. And I was like, just trust me.
Yeah.
I said, I promise you, we will not make a fool of you or make a fool of anything that's going on. And we're going to do this the way we know how to do it with what we have available. And to be 100% honest, the reason it's successful is not because of me or Dr. Cole or special events or anything like that. It's because of the students that apply to the program.
Right.
And the level of, the best word I could use is intensity, but it's a good intensity.
Sure.
They take it so serious. They take so much pride. They use words of, we don't want to let you guys down. We want everybody to see how great of a program we have here. Anything we ask them, they do, but this is the best part.
Yeah.
Things that we don't have to ask them to do that they just do on their own, they've taken ownership. And that's what this is all about. It's not about
Absolutely.
me or anybody else.
No, we're in
It's
it
about
together.
allowing them to grow the way that they want to grow.
Yeah.
And we need to be there to help support. So if they slip and fall, which I will say, haven't seen yet,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody knock on wood.
And here's why I feel so confident in saying that, because they do such a great job of improvisation, adaptation, and overcoming
Yeah.
that even if something is a hiccup, I have no doubt that
They'll
with our
figure it
4
out.
student leaders, they're going to do an amazing job of picking themselves up and moving things and fall forward and make things just better, right? It's always about falling forward. You're going to fall. People
Yeah.
are going to make mistakes, but it's what you do after it, because
Yep.
don't let that one moment define you, and they never do. So,
So,
it's,
yeah.
I'm just so proud of the fact of what they do. Everybody gives us the credit, but I will be the first to say it's not us, it's
Yeah.
all them.
I will say, when I think we've all been there, when we have a project or something small, we sit so close to it, we're like, ooh, we can't let any of it go because if we do, they might mess up, or oh my God, it's not my vision.
It's
or-
that control, right? Yeah.
But I think when you finally realize, like, I need help, or if I don't give these people a little opportunity, it's not going to be successful. And then you see where your leadership and all of that, because a true leader makes those around them better.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what you want. Like, it's crazy, but I think the fact that the way you're speaking about the students, you can just tell the level of
It's
passion
absolutely,
and
yeah.
care that you have for this project. I mean, this is amazing.
So let's get into the whole heart of the festival, which is Spanish, right? I mean, our town is entrenched in Spanish culture. How do we really make sure we bring that out within the food, in the wine, and the actual cultural side of the festival itself?
Well, I'll say this, and then hopefully Mike can kind of give his thoughts. I think the biggest thing that we do is with some of our industry partners. I think our industry partners know and understand how important bringing in the Spanish aspect to it. And I will say this, being Puerto Riqueño and Boricua, right?
Yeah.
Our family's from Puerto Rico, right? So-
Big supporters on this show,
Yeah.
baby. Yes.
Puerto Rico is my husband's favorite country. He goes every year for a
Absolutely.
surf trip. Our neighbors from Puerto Rico.
My gosh,
Let me
we
tell
love
you,
it.
if it were up to my husband, we would move to Puerto Rico like in an hour.
Yeah,
He loves
absolutely,
Puerto Rico.
absolutely love Puerto Rico. Yes.
Well, it makes me feel so good to hear that. And then given the events that just happened with Bad Bunny and the Spanish influence in Puerto Rico,
Gosh.
we have individuals like Chef Michael Lugo, who's a part of it. But I also want to shout out our partner, Nick Massey.
Yeah.
Now Nick Massey of the Black Fly, the restaurant in Collage, he is not Boricua, but he is my brother.
He's
in-
honorary.
Yes, yes, right?
Please. I've
And-
seen him at the Chapala Market.
Yes,
I know.
Right? And here's what's so important is our industry partners know and understand how important it is to have the Spanish influence in everything we do for the Spanish Food and Wine Festival. They know and understand that there's so many of us that are Latino and have a Spanish influence in our background and where we come from. They want to make sure that we. Sorry, I'm gonna get emotional, and I'm sorry.
it's good.
The sense of pride that we have
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a people, that it's conveyed, and that everybody who's coming that may not know, we give them a sense of who we are, and we embrace them as family in every single moment, because that's what it is to be Spanish, that's what it is to be Latino,
God
that's what it is to
bless.
be prideful.
Yeah.
And it's really special, because I know Mike is from Ecuador.
Yeah.
I'm from Puerto Rico, but the way I always say is la misma sangre, the same blood. Right?
Yeah.
There's a level of pride that we have.
Oh, I have
so
chills
I'll-
right now.
I'll stop right there.
No,
because
I
if
mean, like
keep
literally,
going-
I was sobbing for Bad Bunny's performance because you are seen, you are heard. I got such a huge history lesson from that performance about the flag and the light blue. I just have to say that publicly because it was absolutely beautiful. And
Well, thank you
and
for saying that.
Absolutely, and big shout out to Chef Michael Lugo, who's always made sure that Puerto Rican culture was apparent in this town, and that narrative is always still there. And big shout out to Nick too, who was a wine genius. I will say that too. So Mike, let's get into this too about the Spanish side of the festival. How's that influenced your style within hospitality?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if anything, it's really given us a chance to experience the importance of authenticity, right? Especially in a city like St. Augustine. Of course, it's very touristy, that's no secret. But a lot of businesses and just people in general give into a gimmick just to get a quick cash grab. And sure, yeah, it's great marketing. Of course, the city has a lot of Hispanic heritage. You can't walk around the city and not experience that. But as Dr. Rivera said, we really want to make this an event that is not just inclusive to all, but it creates a sense of community as a result of that heritage, right? So we really appreciate the authenticity in bringing that experience to people, not just in the sense of, oh, we have Spanish wines or Spanish chefs or Spanish style food or this Spanish style event, but we want to create that for the people that are coming to us so that we form that sense of community. And it's really important, not just with our community partners, but with the community itself, because these events wouldn't be anything without them.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk about, it was 3 days, right? Are we talking about that, right?
Yes, there are 3 days now.
Okay.
So Thursday is the tapas event that's going to be held at the Leitner Museum in the Rosinski Family Garden, as well as inside. And then Friday we have the Cava reception. A lot of our sponsors that donate a lot of money to our program through scholarships and endowments. That is almost, the best way I can put it is almost like an opportunity to say thank you for all that you do and
Yeah.
give
True,
them something
yeah.
a little bit elevated there. We also do have, now I don't want you to quote me just in case I'm wrong. I know we had some tickets available for the public, but it's really hard to get.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
ticket
this event is really
on
tough.
Thursday.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, excuse me. And then Saturday is our grand tasting, which actually is my favorite
Yeah.
because it's outside, it's on the campus, it's among multiple buildings. The way I can put it, people talk about Florida, Georgia, like the biggest tailgate. The way I see this is the biggest tailgate that Flagler could have
Absolutely.
without having a football team.
True.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you
Go
give-
Saints.
Can you give us a little sneak peek of what some of the food is?
That's a
gonna
good
be?
question,
Just a little
Mel.
bit. Don't give it all away.
Oh man, I almost.
Where to begin?
Yeah.
Just give us like 2 or 3 things
So
like that
here's-
you are excited
So
about.
here's one that I'm really excited about, especially with Chef Lugo coming back. Pulpo, which is octopus.
Yeah.
It is so rooted in a lot of the Spanish dishes, and that is probably my favorite one. That's the one that every year that Lugo has been a part of it, he figures out a way to kind of incorporate pulpo into the menu. I don't run around eating pulpo every day,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So he does such a good job
Yeah.
of pairing different wines with it, and it's that's probably my favorite thing, and that's the only menu thing I want to give away, because if
Okay.
anybody has never had it, I recommend, if you can come so you could have some of Michael Lugo's pulpo.
It's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. What are you excited about?
On my end, I have to say all the different types of ceviche that they have.
Yeah, on the ceviche. That's my favorite.
Listen, ceviche, I'll eat a whole vat.
That's my jam.
My
That's my
husband and I
jam.
were somewhere, I forgot what restaurant, we ordered ceviche. He does, my husband won't eat it. I ordered 3 servings.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I do
But
not
that's
blame
me.
you, honey.
I order every appetizer,
And there's all different types
everything.
of
It's
ceviche
so good.
too, which is exciting. So yeah, talk a little bit about the ceviche.
Yeah, no, of course. And what I really wanted to get at is that there's so many different types of ceviche, especially as you go through different Latin cultures, right? And again, another really great opportunity for us as Spanish Food and Wine, we get to showcase all that difference, right? So you can try different types of ceviche, for example, and it's just absolutely delightful. And of course, there's a wine pairing to go along, so.
That's good. Yeah, talk about the wine pairings and the importance of it between wine and food, Mike. Like why is that so important to make sure you don't just get a bottle and just open it? No, you have to intentionally pick your wine for the food that you're serving.
Absolutely. I think a good starting point for this is recognizing that wine is something that you enjoy with other people.
Yeah.
Right? Inherently, wine and wine culture, it's meant to be enjoyed with friends, with family, even with strangers, but with other people to create a sense of community. So already there, if it's our bill specifically, right? But beyond that, the wine is going to have certain characteristics, and I don't want to get too snobby with it, but the wine is going to have certain characteristics, and so is your food. And you want to be able to either complement that or contradict that depending on your tastes, right? Or depending on the chef's vision in this case. So it's super important for us as the people throwing this event to be able to communicate that vision, right? Because a really good wine pairing is not only going to taste good, it's actually
It's going to enhance.
it's going to enhance, but it's also going to communicate and inform the consumer about the culture of that dish, about the culture of the wine that place comes from, right? So if you are drinking a Spanish wine that's really savory, spicy, not super full-bodied, so it's still easy to sip, that's going to take you to Spain and how they make their food, their culture, how they enjoy wine, right? So it's a very important cultural aspect to it.
We learn a lot from Irving Cass with wine in town. He's amazing. Like, you come on a show, we'll do a wine tasting with him, but he'll do all these great stories. And I think that's another part of the romance behind wine, or where these wines come from. And you said they're all Spanish wines that you guys have selected? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Some different regions in Spain.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah. So I think I don't want to maybe jump the gun, but one of our main sponsor for our wine festival today, or not today, but during the festival is going to be Beronia Vineyards.
Okay,
So,
cool.
Yep, they're located in Rioja in Spain, and the winemaker Alejandro Lopez is coming down to see us.
Oh, so
How
exciting.
amazing. That's
So
awesome.
That is going to be our standout event this year. It's one of the things that we want to do every year is do something different.
Yeah.
Right? So last year we had a celebrity chef come and get the food ready for our donor dinner. This year we're getting Alejandro to come down and teach wine seminar classes about his wine for the Saturday grand tasting.
Awesome.
So it is a super unique experience for everyone. Of course, the Spanish heritage is right there.
Yeah.
And obviously, as someone who really loves wine and wine culture, this is phenomenal learning.
Yeah.
This is a great learning experience. And it is as well for our students because they get to be a part of all the training that goes into, because we can't throw an event and not know what we're serving.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's like your
some
niche.
people
Yeah.
do, but it's not
God
the way to
bless.
go.
This is done with intention and
Yeah.
curated for perfection. So
And more than
yeah.
anything, it's done with passion. Like
Yeah.
we're all
Absolutely.
really passionate about the service that we give out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope that answers that.
That's
question.
So
okay.
I want to throw this out, but this is exactly what I was talking about.
I was just about to say, how does it make you
So-
feel to hear your students? Like,
It makes me feel good. It actually makes me feel, I'll see you guys later. But this is what I was talking about. Listening to Mike go through everything,
Yeah.
it's typically the kind of thing that they're going like, okay, you're going to have to talk about A, B, C, and D. I don't have to worry about knowing every single minute detail because of individuals like Mike and the other student leaders. So this was actually really cool to see him just kind of do his thing right here.
Yeah.
But this is something I hope people understand. This is the type of experiences that the Spanish Food and Wine Festival, as well as the Grateful Cabaret and the other things that we try to set up, we really want immersive learning experiences for the students. I don't like to use the term low stakes, but it becomes a low stakes thing in that if they make a mistake, it's okay because it's a learning thing that they're going through.
It's a safe environment.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
safe environment.
Cool.
And to show you how safe it is. So my son graduated from the Flagler program.
he's throwing his son under the
Right.
bus.
I got to, right? My son Diego, I love him to death, but he spilled wine
Oh, God.
on top of the president of the board of trustees.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a blessing.
John Rude.
Yes.
So he spilled it on Mr. Rude, and everybody just kind of went. But it happens.
Yeah, of
right.
course.
And it was he
What are
didn't
you
allow
gonna
that
do?
moment to define him. It was all the things that he did after that.
Yeah.
And he followed the procedures to a T. Smile on his face.
Yeah.
Took care of the problem. But nobody lost their minds
No.
about it.
Yeah.
And everybody knew this was, as Mike just said, a safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was really, really cool to
Yeah.
sit here and watch Mike just kind of
Yeah,
go
that
through
was
this whole
really
thing.
cool.
This was really cool.
So we got 3 days of this event, right? When is this happening?
So it starts on Thursday, the 19th.
Got it.
That'll be the tapas event at the museum, part of it being in the Brzezinski Family Garden, and then inside the Leitner Museum as well. We're going to have, I think they keep upping the number. But right now, the last number I saw was 28 vendors.
It's
looking at
fantastic.
wow.
being
It's
there.
fantastic.
Some are going to be inside, some are going to be outside. And then on Friday, the 20th, is the Cava reception, and that's going to be back in the solarium upstairs. which
Beautiful.
We're super excited.
It's so
for it to
pretty
be
up
in the
there.
solarium. It
Yes.
is.
Oh.
There's going to be an Also, it's going to be downstairs in the Flagler room and in the Rotunda and the Ponce. So we're excited about that whole kind of situation that we're getting to showcase Flagler College, which what makes this event so special, that you get to be in so many of the buildings on campus. And then at the end of the dinner on Friday, I'm going to go ahead and quote Karis. We have a nice afterglow where
Yay,
people can
Karis!
go outside.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
right?
Love Karis.
I love that she always goes, we're going to have an afterglow, and people will get to go on the
She
terrace
knows what
and
to
have
do.
some
I love
drinks.
her.
And then Saturday, the 21st, we have our grand tasting. But the cool new thing, and hopefully I'm not jumping the gun here, we are going to have the wine workshops. They're going to be done in partnership with Carrera Wine Cellars.
Oh, cool.
wow.
We
So
love
They're
them
going to be
too.
coming. They're going to be doing, I think it's 3 total this year, and that's a new component that we haven't had in the past.
That's great.
That's
They're really
awesome.
known to really get out the stories, and Carrera's amazing. That's awesome.
100%. And Joe and Jessica at Carrera
Joe is
are
so good.
some of the
He is
best
so
people
good,
I've
yeah.
ever met
True
in my
story.
life. Some great human beings, and they make wine so accessible to people.
Yeah.
They obviously, because when people think, oh, wine education, you know, you picture a certain type of person, a certain
Right.
type of very snobby.
Right.
Boring.
Very,
Yeah.
posture's perfect.
Coffee.
Yeah.
And that's not Joe and Jess. Not that their posture isn't perfect, because it is, but they make wine accessible. They understand that wine is really about creating community.
Yeah.
And they want to share that with the world.
Yeah.
So they want to share that wine expertise. And again, going back to what I was saying, it is such a great learning experience for us to be able to experience
Yeah.
their hospitality in that sense, right? The hospitality of all the vendors in town, St. Augustine's finest food, the hospitality of every little entity that comes together to put an event like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and I want to give a quick shout out
Yeah,
to
please do.
because they do such a great job. Last year was the first year they worked with us. And sometimes working with students in a different capacity when you're an industry professional, it can just be an awkward situation because you're like, they're students, they're not professionals, they don't know. They did a great job, even though it was that, kind of storming sometimes with the new group of stuff going on. They helped navigate it. This year they're back. We're really excited. And I will also say this, if you haven't been to Carrera, you have to go. I've
Yeah.
been several
Please
times and just sat in the corner, sipping on some wine, but watching I love to people watch.
Me too.
Yeah.
And watching how people come in, some of the more experienced individuals when it comes to wine, all the way down to the novice that's probably never had a sip of wine and doesn't know, to watch how they interact with people, you can't tell whether the person is a novice or an expert. When
Yeah.
it comes to
I love
wine,
that.
you can't tell if they've been in there 1,000 times or this is their first time, because they do such a good job of treating everybody the same, giving so much of themselves, which that's what drinking wine with friends should be about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before I let you guys go, I got to ask you, if there's somebody that's on the fence, not sure if they want to attend, maybe they already have a ticket, still not sure, get them to the event right now. What's your pitch?
I would say you definitely want to come on Saturday because it is the greatest tailgate we're going to have on Flagler College campus.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I will also say this. If you are unsure, this gives you an opportunity to taste. I wouldn't say doing it, but it gives you an opportunity to taste over 100 different types of Spanish beverages, wine, some sangria, also different foods. That Saturday is a big family style feeling.
Awesome.
And it will give you a good vibe of what the Spanish Food and Wine Festival is all about, all the way from the top of the beautification of everything in the delivery, but also getting a chance to interact with the students on a much more intimate level, getting a chance to interact with the faculty and the staff, and really seeing how us, our community partners, all come together to deliver an amazing event. So I would say if you have to choose one day, Saturday would be the day because it is a vibe.
Yeah. Mike, do you agree?
Oh, 100%. And even for my non-wine drinkers out there, I would say, and I'd say this to my colleagues all the time at the college, you haven't really, if you don't like wine, you probably haven't had a really good, you either haven't had a good wine yet,
True
or
story.
you haven't had it in good company.
Yeah.
Correct.
And we are happy to provide both of those things. So please come and enjoy a sip at the Grand Tasting of Spanish Food and Wine.
So much fun, Sonnies.
Yes.
We have to show up and show out in this festival. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today. This was an
Thank
epic
you.
interview. I'm so
Thank you.
so proud of this moment.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Guys, we're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance.